everyone. I'm Conrad with AIM, and I have on the line with me today Jessica Deane, AIM's Director of Marketing. Jessica, thank you for joining me. How are you?
Hi, Conrad. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Happy to have you. So in the light of it being Women's History Month, we've been speaking with several of our amazing female leaders here at AIM, who are not just some of the best and the brightest in the company, but in the transportation industry as a whole. Jessica here being one of them. I know personally, Jessica, I owe a lot of my success to your support and guidance over the last 3.5 years. Um, so with that being said, I just want to dig into this and ask you a few questions about your experience at AIM. So to begin with, how long have you worked at AIM?
I will have worked at AIM for 13 years this coming August.
Wow, awesome. So you've had a lot of experience here at AIM. What is your favorite thing about being part of the AIM team?
I think my favorite thing about being part of the AIM team is my coworkers, both them and the upper management and the ownership. There's very much a sense of camaraderie and has been since I started. I feel very supported by the entire AIM team, the ownership, the upper management. I truly feel that they want me to succeed and want the best for me, and I want the best for them and want them to succeed. So there's a sense of teamwork, I think, between everyone at AIM that I really appreciate, and it's something that has made my entire life better, not just my work life. The connections I made throughout working at AIM throughout the years.
So Jessica, what challenges do you face working as a female leader?
I think the challenges that I face as a female leader are similar to those that a male leader would face. I think that everyone has to play to their strengths and play down their weaknesses. And I certainly don't see being a female as being a weakness, but it definitely can be a differentiating quality between myself and who I consider my peers. So I try and just be a strong leader all around. And, I look at everything I do and recognize that my team sees what I'm doing and I have to lead by a strong example. That's something that my supervisor, Matt Spankara, has showed me that you have to do the right thing every single time because the people that you're supporting are going to remember that. And that's how they're going to conduct themselves if they see that that's the appropriate way to conduct themselves through your actions. So for me, I think that's the most important thing in being a strong female leader is just being a good leader in general, conducting yourself like a leader and being a strong example for your team to follow.
Certainly. And so, you've been here 13 years, and you've worked your way up into the position you're in now as a leader. And so, along the way, has anyone been a particular inspiration to you in your career?
Yes, there have been many people that have been an inspiration to me in my career. Many of those people within the AIM family. First is my boss, Matt, that I just mentioned, Spankara. And he is a great example of someone who leads by example. He has taught me how to be a good leader because I can watch what he does and to some extent mirror what he does. He's very supportive. He supported me in my education, and he really cares about the success of the people that are working for him. He, props them up before he props himself up. And I always try and do the same. So he's been a huge inspiration to me. Tom Fleming has been a huge inspiration to me, who's the owner of AIM along with his two sons. I think that Tom is someone that not just me, but everyone at AIM, we trust that he's going to do the right thing for the company, for us as individuals. And he's just a good person and a strong leader. And so I don't see him looking, at me as a female in my position. He just looks at the quality of work and the quality of person in the position. And so I definitely think that has guided me and shown me what a strong leader should be. He asks the tough questions. And to me, that's a good leader. I'm always trying to, whenever I'm doing work with myself and my department, I occasionally try and step back and think, what's the question Tom would ask you if he was looking at what you're doing? And then that kind of can change the scope of work and change the way I'm working. And I need to do it more because it's an effective way. And to me, that is the ultimate form of leadership. I feel that Scott and Jeffrey, his sons, who are, moving into that position, are the same. And so I get great comfort in the continuation of that kind of guidance, because I think it's, helped develop me into a leader. So they've definitely been inspirations to me. I also want to, Patty Durkin has been a big inspiration to me. She's the only female vice president at AIM. And she also hired me, her along with Dave Gerska. So I owe them one. And seeing her in that role and seeing that, it's possible, and not only possible, but she's flourishing in that role. She does a great job. And she's someone who I've felt has always had my back. So I definitely look to Patty for inspiration, and many others in the AIM team. I could keep naming them all day. Shirley Bland, John Reed. It's just such a great group of people, employees across the board, all of my coworkers at AIM. But I think that our upper level team is just such a fantastic group of individuals that I get a lot of inspiration internally from AIM. The other thing is seeing people like Jane Clark, who is the vice president at National East, Wendy Payne at Cummins, and seeing them being major heavy hitters in the transportation industry, and, strong female leaders. I love seeing it. It inspires me and lets me know that that is an option, and that door could be open to me. So just keep working.
Yeah, very well said. And so finally, the final question I have for you here is, the transportation industry can sometimes be misrepresented as male centric. So what is some advice you would share with young women entering the industry?
So I definitely agree that it can be misrepresented as male centric. I don't think that it is. For the examples I just gave of so many women out there that are making their way in the industry. To a young woman who is starting in the industry, I just say, don't be intimidated by the technical aspect of trucks. Because I definitely was. And I can tell you, I still don't know how to change my oil, but I do know about marketing. I know about business, and I know something about the transportation industry as well. So any industry you go into, you might not understand the nuts and bolts of it. Even the tech industry, you might get into that and not know the specifics of how to set up your own computer. Don't get overwhelmed by that. Look at the big picture, understand what your strengths are, and know that nobody goes into it being an absolute expert. You get to know it. Over my 13 years, I've definitely learned what it's about, and you can too. So don't be intimidated thinking it's a boy's job. It's not. If you see an opening in the transportation industry, try it out. There are so many opportunities in this industry, and it's going to have absolute longevity. America's supply chain is never going away, as far as I can see, at least. And I think anyone would agree. We're always going to need goods delivered to our homes, to our businesses, et cetera. So there's always going to be trucks on the road. The way it looks might change, but the industry has legs. So if you're looking for stability in an industry, I think definitely transportation provides that. So go for it.
Yeah, it's certainly great advice. And with that, that's all I had for you, Jessica. So again, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Conrad.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.